Alright, Shalom. All praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Double honors to my apostles, the great millstone. And Shalom to the hopeful elect. Let's get it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, thy power, will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, he's going to put curses on our enemies. And what are those curses? The curses that's in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 on down to verse 68, right? Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI is going to put all the curses he put on us upon our enemies, starting with Esau, Edom, so-called white man, these Hamites, so-called Africans, Elam, so-called East Indians, Ishmael, so-called Arabs, Ammon, so-called Japanese, and Moab, so-called Chinese, right? These curses are going to be put on our enemies, right? The ones that hate us, right? The ones that persecute us. Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI is going to make a reverse, right? He's going to change everything. All the things that he have done to us, he's going to put on these heathens, Our heaven is going to be these heathens' hell, all right? Mainly Esau, Edom, all right? We're going to have our foots on Esau's neck in the kingdom, all right? Ain't going to be no rest for this devil. And one of those curses that's going to be put on these heathens is slavery, okay? Because it speaks about slavery in Deuteronomy chapter 28, right? These are one of the curses that's going to be put on Esau, Edom, as well as these other nations. This is Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear, right? And those that's going to hear this word is the elect, right? It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, right? And who led us into captivity? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom, right? He the one that led us into captivity. So he's going to go into captivity, right? It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Gone. And this man been putting that sword to use, right? And that sword represent all his devices that he used to kill the nation of Israel. From slavery, them lynching us, right? To their police forces, shooting Jake down every day, right? So he's going to be killed with the sword, all right? Said here is the patience and the faith of the saints, and the saints represents the elect of Israel. The believers are Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, right? And we're patiently waiting for this to happen to our enemies, right? And it's well deserved. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. It says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. You see, we go into the word adversary, that means enemy, right? Back in Deuteronomy 30 and 7, it says, Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI said he's going to put all the curses upon our enemies, right? So all these nations, all these heathen nations are going to feel the wrath of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. that wrath that he put on us, all right? They're going to feel the same thing, all right? It says every one of them shall go into captivity. Come. And in the kingdom, these heathen nations, they're going to be serving us, right? They're going to be our servants and handmaids. Every last one of them, all right? And it says in the scriptures in Isaiah 60, chapter 60, it says if they disobey, they're going to perish, right? So we're going to kill these devils if they don't obey our Lord's statutes and commandments, if they don't do what we say. And it says, and they that spoil thee shall be spoiled. And all that prey upon thee will I give for prey. Come on, we're the prey right now, right? We're the food. These devils, these heathen nations have been hunting us down throughout history. But guess what? In the kingdom, it's going to be a reverse, right? They're going to be the food. They're going to be the lunch on the menu, all right? We're in the menu right now, all right? That day is going to come when we get to put hands and feet, elbows and knees on these heathen nations, all right? This is Obadiah, verse 15. It says, for the day of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, is near upon all heathen. See? So Esau, Edom, it's not going to be the only one that's going to get this pain, right? Every last one of you heathen nations are going to feel this wrath. It says, and thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Come on. So whatever they have done is going to be done to them, all right? Very quick, since it says that. This Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 says, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Meaning, whatever energy you give out is going to be, you're going to feel that same energy. Whatever experience you cause others to experience, you're going to feel that same experience, all right? Whether it be good or bad, They got a saying in the world, it's karma, right? So it's karma is right around the corner for these heathen nations, all right? For all their dirty work, all they have done to the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? All they have done. And they've done a lot of evil, all right? A lot of wicked things to the Israelites. So they're going to feel that wrath. They're going to feel it 1,000 times worse than we have felt it. Back at Obadiah 15 says, for the day of the Lord YAHAWASHI is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. See? So that's payback, all right? The same thing, wicked things you done to the Israelites, For example, murder, all right? Affliction, all right? Beatings, all right? It's going to be all brought back on you, on all you heathen nations, all right? The Israelites was in the hand of all heathen nations, all right? So in the kingdom, y'all going to be in our hands, all right? And our kingdom is going to be everlasting. And it says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, that holy mountain represents Israel. It says, so shall all the heathen drink continually. See? All the heathen shall drink continually. It says, yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been gone. So all the heathen is going to drink continually, all right? And what they're going to drink that cup. That cup represents that wrath of YAHAWASHI, all right? That affliction, all right? Distress, hardship. That's what these heathens going to drink, that cup of wrath from YAHAWASHI. It says, and they shall be as though they had not been. Because these nations didn't really get afflicted how the Israelites did, especially Esau, Edom, right? These nations haven't been touched, but in the kingdom, it's going to be up for them. It's going to be lit for these devils, for these heathen nations, all right? This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 11. It says, woe unto the wicked. Okay, that means destruction. Unto the wicked, Esau, Edom, all right? Both of these heathen nations. It says it shall be ill with him, all right? So it's going to be bad, It's going to be unpleasant, all right? Our heaven is going to be, the kingdom of heaven is going to be very unpleasant for these heathen nations, all right? It says, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. So it's going to be a reverse. All these things they have done to us, it's going to be brought back on these wicked people, all right? And we're going to have spiritual power, all right? We're going to be doing, can't even, explain the things we're going to do, but we're going to have spiritual power, and we're going to really hurt these people, This is Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 21. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith thy Lord, the Lord YAHAWASHI, and thy power that pleaded the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thy hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. God, that's talking about the Israelites, because, that cup, that wrath, that represents the wrath of YAHAWASHI, is in our hand, but the Lord, he's going to take it out of our hand, right? And we should not, it says, thou shalt no more drink it again. So in the kingdom, we're not going to drink that cup of fury. You're not going to feel that wrath from YAHAWASHI no more, okay? He's going to take that cup out of our hand, that cup of wrath out of our hand, that cup of his fury. And it says, verse 23, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflicted thee, right? Who afflicted us? The heathen nations, right? Starting with Esau, Edom. They afflicted us by doing all these wicked acts, okay? Murdering, stealing, raping, all type of things these devils have done, okay? It says, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. So right now, these heathen nations are above us, all right? They on top right now, but soon in the kingdom, YAHAWASHI is going to put the cup of fury into their hands, and they're going to get a taste of what they have done, right? And it's going to be even worse, right? This affliction we're going through is like affliction, Things Esau, Edom, these heathen nations are going to go through, it's unexplainable, It's not going to be any peace to these nations. Real quick. This is Isaiah 57, verse 21. It says, there is no peace, saith my power to the wicked. So there's not going to be any peace. YAHAWASHI have an everlasting hatred against Esau, Edom, right? And there was no love on this side for you heathen nations, all right? Starting with Esau, Edom, all right? You gotta pay for your wicked acts, all right? The scripture says, real quick, end it up right here. Proverbs 11, verse 21. So it says, though hand join in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished, right? And these people, they hate to hear that they're going into slavery, right? They hate to hear that they're gonna pay for all the things they have done to the children of Israel, right? It says, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. And righteous is talking about the elect of Israel, right? So you devils, you heathen nations, Esau, Edom, you Hamites, you Elamites, you Ammonites, you Moabites, right? You Ishmaelites, you're not going to go and punish for all the things you have done to YAHAWASHI people. You're going to pay, right? But with that being said, Shalom, Kwame Shala, Abal Babal.